Buckmeister Village, your boy Buckmeister, twice the nice that you are used to, Shell Blamston, and today we are talking Superman and Lois, episode 12 and 13. So hi, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media, from the comic books and the superheroes to the mangas and the animes and the sci-fis and all of that good stuff. So if all of that stuff sounds cool to you, please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and that bell button so you never miss a video. So yeah, I just want to say this up top. I did not catch these when they dropped. I kind of just caught them back to back. So I'm going to review them back to back. I hope you don't get confused. But hey, let's give it a whirl. So getting into what was good about these two episodes. They're both pretty stereotypical. Like, let's be real. The way things kind of, play out and pan out and all of that good stuff is pretty typical and all of that stuff. But it's still good. It's still good. I still think that the writing was pretty good. I still think that the actors are doing a phenomenal job. Again, it's predictable, but it's good. The action though was pretty lacking. I felt like they had stronger action in the earlier episodes, which is weird for me, because for example, is it John Henry Irons? Yeah, I think it's John Henry Irons. Or maybe I'm messing up. Steel, the guy who plays Steel. He has a fight with Superman, again, kind of thing. And their fight in the earlier episode was much better than the fight that they have here. So I was just like, I don't know why you guys, committed more to the budget in the beginning. I mean, maybe it was to hook people in. Because, I'm just saying, for me, it felt kind of weird that, the finale wouldn't have the big blowout action scene. Because I would have reduced way more action in the beginning. They still had a good amount of action, but I think I would have toned down the action in the beginning to divert more resources towards the finale, in my opinion, action-wise. I mean, character-wise, the finale was pretty strong. As just action-wise, I thought that would be where we would have the big blowout, and we would have the whole, fisticuffs of doom or whatever. Why did I say fisticuffs of doom? What is it? I'm from the British 19th century now. The Cushings go through it though in these episodes. Whoo, the Cushings have it rough, man. And that just goes to show Smallville trash. Smallville is trash. Smallville residents, y'all are trash. Y'all are so whack. Oh my god. Everybody was on Kyle's side when he was talking about jobs. Everybody was like, we need jobs to be feeding our families. And everybody was like, Kyle is the man. Y'all find out that y'all benefactor is evil. And now y'all want to do what y'all doing with the kid. Get out of here, man. Y'all so whacked. Y'all are so whacked. But it's pretty true. If we look at social media, if we look at how people behave in real life, it is pretty true that people out here be flippity floppity. People out here have spines made of noodles. 1 minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. So you can't base your self-worth on people's opinions, because they just change like the weather, people. So another thing that these two episodes kind of cover is Superman's potential threats to the Earth. And of course, Lois is opposed to having means to stop Superman or whatever. And Superman realistically is realistically. Superman with common sense is saying that if I am manipulated or controlled, they need a means to take me down. So they have that whole back and forth thing and whatever. And it was interesting. I mean, I understand what Lois is saying, but I also understand what Superman is saying. And the compromise they come to is pretty good, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You need that Batman, though. That's all I'm gonna say. Superman and Steel team up, and their team up was pretty cool. I did kind of get a little bit giddy, just a little bit. And again, Superman hater. I don't like Superman in the comics, but in this show, I really like Superman. And I know people are gonna say, then you should read this comic or you should read that comic. No, he's too broken in the comics for me to care. Here he's pared down. Here he feels palatable. Here he feels together. In the comic books, he's just doing stuff where I'm just like, and Lex Luthor is your biggest villain? Really? You just punched reality, or you just bench pressed a couple planets and You just took a nuke to the face, but Lex Luthor is your bad guy. Lex Luthor is your quintessential bad guy. Really? Really? We also get some backstory on Edge, which was also quite fascinating. Apparently, what Edge was trying to do was the more humane way of doing things, which is interesting to me as a bad guy. It gave him a lot of depth, in my opinion. It really did. Because you get to see some of his mental state, you get to see some of the things he was going through, and you get to see what a trash dad he had. So it's kind of almost like, man didn't have a chance. He had a chance, but but at the same time, it was tragic. I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. I mean, he gets shot at indiscriminately, and then he gets a whole bunch of other stuff happening to him. Yeah, and his dad is a psychopath. Okay, this is the recipe for a very tragic villain. I gotta give it to him on that. I gotta give it to him. Jonathan is really cool in these two episodes to me. I really like what they do with Jonathan. Jordan, I like what they do with Jordan too, but I like what they did with Jonathan more. And the interesting thing with the Jonathan is that I still want him to get some powers. I still think he should get some powers. I'm of the belief that he has kind of like Jordan is this mess, and that's why it was interesting to give him these powers because he's this psychological mess or whatever, and I totally understand that. But if we're looking at somebody who's traditional, like not traditional Superman, but he's basically the Superman persona without the powers per se, which is something that I really liked. That's Jonathan in a nutshell. Because if you look at Jonathan, you look at every action that he takes throughout this series and in these last two episodes, how he inspires people and all sorts of stuff, and how he has that heart and that emotion and everything. You just look at it and you're just like, you should get some powers, bro. But they have set up a little side plot thing that could be interesting. Maybe he won't be traditional Superman, but he could be like a Steel-esque type character, that's an interesting premise. Like, if he's not gonna get the Superman treatment, he might get the Iron Man treatment and be a better Iron Man than Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? The finale, I guess, which is episode 12. Again, I'm reviewing both episodes back to back, so hopefully I'm not confusing you. But as I said, finale. They did something interesting, which I want to. It could be a version of Bizarro. I don't know. It could be a version of Bizarro. It could be something along those lines. But then also like the way it plays out and the implications that they present to you, you're kind of just like, I don't know. Wasn't your plan to enslave the Earth? Like, wasn't that your plan? Because if this means what I think it means, then you ain't gonna have no Earth to enslave. Like, I'm not seeing the point of what we're doing here. I mean, maybe they'll explain it in season 2 because it's obviously setting up for a season 2. Maybe they'll explain it, but like as of now, I was just like, okay, all right. I mean, there's not much subtext in the word eradicator. Like, there's not much subtext. So those are my thoughts on Superman and Lois, episodes 11 and 12. Again, really enjoyed it. Stereotypical finale. Action was lacking, but the emotion and the acting and the writing and the dialogue carried it through for me. And I'm looking forward to season 2. I would watch a season 2 of this. Again, writers, guys, please don't make Superman start doing ridiculous things where it starts making me question, where was this when you were fighting Edge, or where was this last season? Don't do that, because I read comic books all the time, and whenever I read Superman comic books and I would see him struggling with something, then you go and get another issue and all of a sudden he's dragging 6 planets along by himself. And I know people want to say that's Silver Age comics, they're not doing that no more. Are you sure? Because there are modern day comics of Superman where he's doing things and I'm just like, you could have done that against Mogul. You could have done that against Parasite. You could have done that against a lot of people, and you're just not doing it, and I don't understand why. So again, writers, keep him in this wheelhouse. Have more action, but keep him in this wheelhouse. I like this version of Superman for that particular reason, plus his personality, but also that particular reason that he's here. He's not here. He's here. Somewhere here. So what did you think, Meisterville? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talketh to your boy. And if you're at this point in the video, I want to say thank you so much for getting to this point in the video. You are spectacular. And if you really like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there. And I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe. And I'll see you all in another video because Meisterman's got to be out. Peace.